So thank you for stopping by and taking the time to watch this video. Just another quick introduction to who I am. I'm Dave, 31 years old, self-taught web developer. Currently 2 months into a junior position as a web developer, loving every minute of it. Purpose of these videos and this channel is hopefully for me to impart some of my sort of tips and knowledge of the journey to becoming a developer, what to expect, interviews, how to get to interviews, CV writing, all that kind of thing. Day-to-day life as a junior, and aimed really at people who are maybe thinking about changing career into web development, maybe never done anything like this before. And yeah, I just want to share as much of my sort of knowledge of the past couple of years of getting to where I am now with you guys, so it might make it a little bit easier for you. Just want to make a bit of a point of just saying thank you very much to the first couple of subscribers that I've had. I know it's not a lot, but it really does mean a lot. Even if I can help one person to get on their journey to becoming a developer, then I'll be really happy. So thank you very much, guys. You know who you are for being the first subscribers. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you stick with me and listen to what I've got to say. So going to be a bit of a short video, this one, just about the, just want to talk a little bit about the interview process when it comes to getting your first job as a junior. So I'll jump straight into it. So anyone who has never been in this sort of industry before, it is quite a change in terms of the interview process. So what I found was a massive difference was the fact that they're not really interviews, they're more of just an informal chat. So it'd be a case of getting a call from the hiring manager, the web director, whoever it may be. Do you want to come in, have a chat with us? We'll gauge a little bit about you. You can gauge a little bit about us. Talk about your CV and see how we can sort of fit you into into a role. So before the interview process, it was as with any interview, you want to do your research on the company. So you want to make sure that you know everything you know that you can know about the company. Find out as much about the type of clients that they work with, the type of work that they do, obviously where they're based, that type of thing. And just have as much ammunition as you possibly can to go into the interview and really impress them that you know your stuff about the company. But also that you have a good understanding of the type of work that you will be expected to do there if you are successful in getting the position. And it just gives you as much to talk about as possible, and then do your research. So if they're using technologies that you don't necessarily know about, do a little bit of research, maybe do a little test project on that sort of thing, on that language, for instance, and then you can go into the interview and you can have, like I say, as much ammunition as possible in terms of securing the position. So yeah. Do your research. One main thing and a good point to remember: have a look at the team page on the company's website if they've got one. Have a look on the Facebook, their Instagram, the social media posts, and just have a look at how the office is laid out and how they all dress at work. Now, one of the main things that I sort of carried forward from that was go dressed how you would be working in the place. So if you notice that they're all wearing casual clothes, smart casual, go to the interview dressed smart casual unless you're told otherwise. If you turn up to an interview and you're fully suited and booted and the guys that you're going to be working with are all dressed in casual clothes, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb. It can be taken by those people that you might not be necessarily a fit for them. So yeah, do your research, but don't be scared to ask the question. Ask the hiring manager, whoever's sorted the interview out for you, what the dress code is. But yeah, do your research and go dressed appropriately. You're not going for a sales job here. You're not going for a customer service job. 99% of the time, you're not going to be expected to be wearing a suit. You'll be a hell of a lot more comfortable in the interview. I hate wearing a suit. I'm glad to see I've burnt my suits. My suits are in a big pile on the front lawn, burnt from all my previous sales jobs. Thank God they've gone. No more split trousers and having to wear horrible shirts buttoned up to the top. So yeah, do your research and as I say, expect to go dressed just casual, smart casual, and make it look like you're going to be a fit for the company in that way. Now, in terms of interviews, again, one thing that I found completely different was they are very, very informal. So a lot of the times I was sending my CV off, my portfolio off, I'd get a contact back from them sort of within a day or two, inviting me in for an interview, and then it'd probably be within a day or so of that I'd actually be going in to have a chat with them. So not a long time to wait. And yeah, getting there was always a case of meeting the person who I was having the chat with, and then yeah, being shown around, so having a good tour around the office, introductions with some of the people that were working there. And then yeah, literally just a nice simple chat, no formal sort of questioning, none of these sort of questions that are there to trip you up and sort of put you into a corner and give stupid answers, none of this sort of trying to make you do a little dance or something to try and make them laugh or anything like that. It was literally just a case of, who are you? What have you done? Let's have a look through your CV, all that kind of stuff. And to me, that were far better than sort of being in a formal interview where you're being asked 25,000 questions and you know you don't know whether you're giving the right answer and all that. What would you do in this situation? Blah blah blah. So yeah, expect it to be very informal. That being said, if you're going for, I went for an interview at a large kitchen retailer who had a massive web team. I was suited and booted for that one, and they did have a set of questions to go through from there. But out of probably the 8 or 9 interviews that I had, that was the only one where I was asked any sort of formal questions. So just be prepared. It will be nice and relaxed, and for me, and probably for a lot of people out there, that's a hell of a lot better than sort of messing about. So having to answer 1,000,001 questions. So yeah, in terms of things to expect, so as I say, it'll be very informal. So it'll just be asking you sort of what experience you've got, what you kind of want to do in the future, what test projects you might have done, what you've been learning and how you've been learning. So I think for me, one of the important things was putting across my passion for learning. So for me, obviously coming with no experience at all, that was what I kind of wanted to stand out on, the fact that, yeah, I'm not the finished product. Don't go in there thinking you are the finished product, and they know that anyway, but show a willingness to learn and show a passion to learn, and show that you know how to learn as well. So sort of reference where you've been learning, so sites like Udemy if you've been using them courses, or Treehouse, that kind of thing, reading books, doing test projects for friends and family, etc, etc. So yeah, go through all that, show that you're willing, show that you're passionate, and then yeah, you should be fine. They'll probably have a copy of your CV, but take a copy of your CV along with you anyway, and then you can go through that with them. Now, if like me, I came from a background of nothing but sales jobs, customer service jobs, go through that with them as well, though. So just because it's nothing to do with the industry that you're wanting to get into, you've still probably got a lot of transferable skills that you can take across into the web industry. And as well as that, don't forget these the web companies are targeting probably the businesses that you used to work for before anyway. So you've got inside knowledge of the type of people that they're wanting to target. So you have got a lot of knowledge that you can use. Don't be afraid to use that experience and knowledge, and really highlight what you're good at from previous work as well, and that'll take you far. Now, don't forget to obviously get your personality across. For me, it was a hell of a lot easier to do that, basically because it wasn't a formal interview. So I had a lot of time to be able to express how I feel, my personality and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just really have a good chat with them. Explain why you want to be getting into the industry, especially if you've not got any experience in it before. And yeah, really just show you're passionate and that you want to get in there and why you want to work for them specifically. Now expect to go through your portfolio. So I took my laptop along with me for most of my interviews, and I made a point of getting my laptop out and showing them the work. Now you'd expect that they'd sort of have a look at your portfolio before the interview, but take it with you anyway. Let them have a good look. Let them have a look at the code that you've been writing as well. And yeah, be prepared to go through your portfolio and take feedback on it. Ask for feedback on the portfolio as well. And yeah, just be prepared to go through that. In terms of questions you want to be asking them, so I was very interested in, obviously, if I was to be able to get the position with the company, how they would plan on developing me as a person, sort of the career progression, ask about how they sort of manage with juniors and stuff like that, whether you're going to get chucked straight onto work, whether you're going to be expected to sit in front of a computer for a few weeks and just do nothing but learning, that kind of thing. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask them questions. It shows you've got a willingness to work for them as well. Ask questions about how the organisation works as well. So asking things like what they do on a night together if they go out for social events, Christmas parties, that kind of thing. I know it might sound a bit daft, but it gives you a really good idea of whether it's going to be a good fit for you as well. Because at the end of the day, it's got to be good for you as it has got to be for them. So yeah, that's probably about it with the interviews. Really, there's not, as I said, best thing about them just how informal they are. Do be prepared. On every single interview that I had, they all wanted to give me a test project to do. Some of them were really small, some of them were really big, and were going to take quite a long time to do. But just show a willingness that you want to take the test project on and do it, and that you're obviously going to deliver it. Give them a time. Obviously, they'll probably ask you how long it'll take you. They're not necessarily looking for speed. A lot of the time, they're looking for the quality as well. But yeah, just be prepared. Obviously, that you might get some test projects to do. On one of the interviews, they did set me up on a little test portal thing as well, where I had to answer some questions and do some code there and then. But again, they weren't necessarily looking for the quality. They were more impressed that I'd actually just used my initiative and got on Google and Googled a few things, so that I didn't understand at the time. But yeah, so be prepared for that. But for the most part, you're probably just going to get a test project that you'll have to send off to them after a few days, maybe a week, something like that, so they can have a good look at your code. Now, the biggest bugbear that I found, and the final point that I'm going to make today, was every single interview, barring the one that I've been to, that I've got the job with. I was waiting absolutely ages to hear anything back from them after I'd been for the chat. Now, as I said, it is very informal, and it also seemed that it was very informal after the interview as well. In terms of, on a couple of occasions, I was waiting at least a couple of weeks before I'd heard anything back from them. So what I was doing then, I was waiting, and then I was sending an email off to them and just saying, look, I came in for a chat with you the other week. I just wanted to follow up and see what you thought. So don't be afraid to email them and ask. Obviously, just to chase it up, maybe wait a week or so. But yeah, just expect it. You might be waiting quite a while before you hear anything back from them. But yeah, other than that, plain sailing. Really, really enjoyed the interviews. Good to have a look around the offices. Good to meet the staff. Good to meet the people that are hiring us. And yeah, just expect for it to be a lot different than what you might expect. But yeah, go in there, be confident, be enthusiastic, be passionate, and you'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, that's it for the interviews then, guys. So again, a massive thank you to the people that I've watched so far, to the subscribers. Again, I'm not here to try and take over YouTube. I just want to help even one person to get on their path, to make it a little bit easier for you to miss out some of the hurdles that I've sort of had to jump over, and to give you some sort of insight into what to expect getting into the industry. So again, I'm going to be posting some more videos. I've been massively spurred on by just even getting some people commenting and stuff and watching the videos. So I'm going to be putting some more videos up, hopefully next weekend. Maybe through week, I'm going to start doing some stuff about sort of day-to-day life as a junior, what to expect. But yeah, keep commenting, send me any questions or anything, let me know what you want me to go through. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.